What's up, y'all? It's your man Cowboy coming to you live from beautiful Central Georgia. So, on several of my videos, I've gone off into heated rants, said some pretty vulgar things. For my language, I do apologize. Uh, I know what I'm trying to say doesn't always come across the way I mean it, but hey, that's life. Is what it is. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care if you get pissed off. But, and maybe I shouldn't worry so much about this, but I can't help it because this is what I truly see. Guys, I'm not the smartest person in the world. No, I'm not. But I am a fairly intelligent person. I know it don't sound like it, but I mean, you don't expect somebody with an accent like mine to, have any intelligence, but it happens. But what I see going on, guys, is I have studied for years. I have studied Nazi Germany and communist Russia and these places where these dictators get into power and destroy a country, sometimes for years, if not forever. And seeing the tactics that they used and the way they did things. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm watching it right here in the country that I call home. The country that I love. The land of the free because of the brave. We are sitting here watching our country be destroyed by a political party that is using the American people, and that's why I get so heated about it, is because I am watching my American brothers and sisters of all races, creed, and color be used as puppets to what can possibly pretty much end the free world as we know it. Ladies and gentlemen, if the United States ever falls to communism or socialism, the free world as we know it is over with. We have been that tipping point pretty much since we come into existence. We have been that tipping point because we were always smart enough to fight this shit off. And here I am today watching American men and women burn the American flag. Guys, whether you want to admit it or not, you burning that American flag spits on the memory of my ancestors and your ancestors who have fought and died for that flag. You piss on their graves every time you burn an American flag. People like Joseph Stalin, Adolf Hitler, Fidel Castro, they are sitting here laughing because the same thing we fought in World War I, the same thing we fought in World War II, the same reason we went into Korea, the same reason we went into Vietnam. And yes, I know it didn't go as planned, but I have my opinion on that, but that's just me. But we were the tipping point. We kept the shit even. If this country falls, and yes, I do believe that is what the Democratic Party is doing, is that if they ever take over 100% control of President, the House, and the Senate, guys, we're done. And the same one of y'all out there now pushing their agendas are going to be the ones that make it happen. If we don't stop this shit, this country is going to die. We're going to lose the last free standing country. Because if we fall to communism, or we fall to socialism, if we fall to anything other than what we have been since the day we were created in 1776 when the Declaration of Independence was signed, if we ever lose that, Guys, it's over with. The one world government you've always heard about. Guys, just because they don't come out and say, oh yeah, we're trying to take over the world. If they did, you'd call them damn crazy. But instead, they egg you along just a little bit. It's like the story I told you of Joseph Stalin in one of my other videos, with what he did with the chicken, so he could prove to his cabinet what he could do and why he could do the things he did. This man was responsible for over 60 million deaths of his own people. Look at the deaths in Cuba. Look at Venezuela. Look anywhere where there is a communist regime or anything resemblance to a communist regime in power. Look at China. Guys, they have active internment camps over there right now. They have active slave labor over there right now. And the Democrats fund it. They always have. But that's why I get so heated and so upset. And I'm so powerful in what I try to say. And no, it doesn't come out right all the time. I know it don't. But oh well, it makes sense to me. And it's because I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off that I'm watching Red-Blooded Americans basically enact communism and socialism in America. The one thing this country has stood against with our allies from around the world multiple times. In 1932, Adolf Hitler tried a military coup against the German government, and it didn't work. He gave a heartfelt speech about his love for Germany, and he was released from prison early, and look where that led. When he come out of prison, it wasn't the hardcore, hard-nosed, go-to-war strategy. It was to give them a little bit here. Make them comfortable. What do you do with a stray animal that you want to catch? You find a dog on the side of the road you want to take home, but you can't get your hands on him. Every day you stop, give him a little food, give him a little water. Eventually that dog trusts you. Eventually you can get your hands on that dog. Eventually you can bring that dog home. And because you fed that dog and give it a place to live, it might be, you could probably bring that dog home and chain him to a tree. But as long as you give him a little food every day, he's going to wag his tail and be happy to see you every time you pull up. You can go out there, beat, kick, and stomp that dog every day. But as long as you give him a little food and water, he's going to wag his tail and love you. And it's the same thing I see my fellow Americans doing with the Democratic Party. And it scares the shit out of me. Because if it happens, then that means, even if it happens 50 years from now, it's still in my head that my kids are going to have to live there. Your kids are going to have to live there. Our children and our grandchildren and great-grandchildren will be the ones who suffer for our mistakes. Guys, this isn't about race. This is about humanity and about the United States of America. And yeah, me hooping and hollering and saying some of the things I've said in my other videos wasn't necessary, maybe, but maybe it was. Because even at this point in time, if you're watching my channel to see what I'm going to say next, to report me, or to try to get me thrown off of social media, or to try to silence me, now you're seeing this message. And maybe, just maybe, that one person on the other side that it might reach, that one person could be the difference between this remaining a free country and this becoming a communist shithole. Think about it, guys. God bless and have a good night.